Okay, so maybe you don't know me. My name's Marie. I am your girl Friday. That is my last name. That is my last name, Marie Friday. Yes. So a long time ago, I was a social worker. I have my bachelor's degree and master's degree. I used to be that person that used to go out and investigate child abuse and neglect. I was that nasty person who took kids away from their families and made some life decisions for people. And but lo and behold, I got married. I had children. I was the most paranoid pregnant woman in the world because I knew about all the crazy people out there and what could go wrong. And before I knew it, I had 3 children under 4. So I want you to picture me going to my very first Pampered Chef party. Actually, I wasn't going. My girlfriend Kathy called me the night before and said, Marie, aren't you coming? And I said, Kathy, I can't afford to go. At that time, we could not fit 3 car seats in the back seat of the car. I had just interviewed to go back to work, and with my master's degree, they were going to pay me $14 an hour. Now, back then, that was really good money. Minimum wage was $3.95. But daycare times 3, my take-home pay at the end of the week was going to be minimum wage for being gone from my family. And she said, don't worry, there's going to be a lot of people. Just come to eat and drink. Nobody will even know whether you order anything. So I was the bad guest in the corner of the room with a glass of wine. I knew I was staying long enough to be sure all the kids were asleep by the time I got home. And I was trying not to pay attention because I knew I wasn't buying anything at all. And Nancy Joe passed around the batter bowl with carrots and the vegetable peeler. Now, I told some of you I am Italian. I do talk with my hands. And the way I used to peel potatoes, I always had a chunk of my knuckle off, you know, because, you know, you're talking and peeling, and I always, so the batter bowl came to me. The vegetable peeler looked like the one I had at home, and I went to try it, and it was like butter. Well, how do you say it in New York? It was like butter. And it went both, I was like, oh my gosh. So then my eyes went up. So she had me at vegetable peeler. And then it was, that's how they got the crinkles in the carrots and the French fries. And then she was using the food chopper, and I couldn't help myself. I wanted everything I saw. But she said the average consultant was making $15 an hour. And I thought, I was just offered 14 for working with crazy people. I would get 15 for vegetable peelers. And when I went up to her, do you see how Nancy Joe is always smiling? I went up to her and I said, I'm not going to buy anything tonight. Okay. Seriously, like a heart attack. And I said, no, I think maybe I should look into doing this. And she said, okay, well, what you need is 4 shows. I'll call you on Monday. So that's what I did. Over the weekend, I started talking to friends, and I said, I'm thinking about doing this. And friends said, well, let me know if you decide to do it. I'll have a party for you. She called me on Monday. I had my 4 shows. I don't know, a couple days later, this pieces of wood came, and I had to assemble my own. I went out and did a show, and I got trained by just going in the car with Nancy Joe to a show, and she talked to me on the way there. I watched her do what she did. She bought me pie and a cup of coffee on the way home. We talked on the way home, and I went and saw somebody else's show. I didn't know the name of anything. There wasn't any training. And I can remember my very first show. I think I made 4 recipes. We were like a caterer. I wanted to show everybody everything. And I could just remember this lady had white carpeting. I'm doing something in the food shopper. It was nuts. And I'm thinking to myself, I did it. I didn't know the name of it, but I was like, isn't this cool? And with that, all the nuts went everywhere. And I don't know, I had almost $1,000 party. I made $200 that night. I needed $400 for my car payment. And I knew that this was going to work. But I know for you, some of you are like, is this a real business? People see me walking in the house, I'm schlepping my stuff, I'm doing dishes, and I know they're saying, oh, that poor thing. She can't get a real job. She has to sell party. She has to sell paper chuff. She has to sell cookware. I'm selling knives. I'm selling stuff. And they feel sorry for me. Little do they know. Do you guys know Warren Buffett owns Pamper Chuff? Somebody works on Wall Street. You know who Warren Buffett is. He's a good guy, isn't he? Berkshire Hathaway, that's like A rating. We're the same company as the Burlington Northern Railroad, as Dairy Queen, as Fruit of the Loom, you know? Geico. You know, we're the most solid company ever. Has anybody ever changed their kitchen into a bedroom yet? No. Does everybody eat? Yes. Oh my God, who's our target market? So why do you think Warren Buffett owns Pamper Chuff? We're a company where we should be screaming it from the rooftops. We have incredible potential. You guys have no idea what a diamond in the rough we are. Where we can go with this company is just amazing. And I know that you want to see the money. So that is what I'm going to do. Some of you know one of my dearest friends, one of the consultants on my team, her name is Patty. Do you know my little Patty Moserino? Do you know my little Patty Moserino? Yes, they always call me Patty, her Marie. We look alike. We could be born, we're sisters from different mothers, you know. But anyway, Patty is a freak. She keeps, besides never sleeping and being plugged into technology, she keeps immaculate records. I can call Patty at any day of the week and say, Patty, how are we doing compared to last year? She could say, we're running about 20,000 above what we did last year. I think we're about even, we're 10% down, 17% up. She knows, she keeps records. She's got that. Yeah, she's another freak. So I'm like Jill. I just want to have a good time, you know? I just want to love my team and feed them cookies, you know? So, but I have said, Patty does a thing, and we're going to show you what Patty's paycheck and how it grew. So we have the number from her very first paycheck as a consultant to her very first paycheck as a national executive. And I need the 8 most excited people in this room. Who? Okay, there's one right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.